How's it going, everybody? It's Mystical here. It's been a while since I've done a commentary, about 3 months to be exact, actually. For those that are new to the channel, you probably never heard my voice, and then those that have been subscribed for a while, you're probably pretty used by now to the fact that I don't really do a lot of commentaries, because it's, as I've said at the beginning, it's not really about my channel, and I'm not really about talking over all my gameplay. I just rather have the gameplay be the gameplay itself. I know some people would probably prefer I do more commentaries, but I'm usually pretty busy, and you know, I don't want to just have a bunch of random rambling over my stuff, because you know, it does take more time to get all the stuff said and then put it behind the gameplay and all that stuff. It's much easier for me to just have my gameplay that I play. But anyways, it's definitely that time again to have another commentary, so if you do enjoy this, then you'll probably get some good information out of it. I've got some updates, what I like to do with the channel in the future, and also some other topics with two big games, at least big games to me. So I really do not know how long this commentary is going to go. I'm basically just going to say everything I feel like saying, and then when it gets to that point, that'll be the end of it. But you know, it's things I've been thinking about for a while, and at least one of them for sure, and the other one, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, I figured I should do it now instead. I was thinking of doing the commentary at the end of the week, but you'll see why when I get to it. But anyways, so yeah, it's been a while, and the channel's been doing pretty good, I feel. Like I've said before, I don't do this for the money or fame or subscriber count or view count. I literally just upload the gameplay, and that is what it is, and I upload what I want to upload and what I play. And you know, it's been surprisingly, I wouldn't say a famine by any means, but there hasn't been many new multiplayer games, at least ones that I've felt like investing time in the last like 2 years. I feel like 2016 fall was the last time we had a plethora of new multiplayer games. I think that was like when Battlefield had a game, Call of Duty had theirs. I think there were some others, I just don't remember. But you know, last year, it literally, for me at least, was just World War II and Battlefront 2. That was it. There was no other multiplayer games that I wanted to get, or I think that actually big brand, so you know, it was kind of a drought. And you know, I just added Titanfall about a month and a half or so ago to the channel. I've been finally got around to playing it. I had a copy for a while, but now I try to do, you know, every other week play a couple games, because it is actually quite fun. And I didn't get that when it first came out, so you know, I've got that. There's still tons and tons of like Battlefront 2. That game is finally getting better. I'm actually behind on gameplay because I have been playing it a lot. It's not as bad as Black Ops 3, but I have a big backlog of Battlefront 2, so the game has been substantially updated now, and that gameplay won't show up for a while, because I think I'm in December gameplay still, but I haven't played as much in January and February, so I will catch up eventually. But as far as Black Ops 3, for those that have been subscribed, you probably notice I upload quite a bit of that per week and month, and that's because that is my most played game now. Even more than Master Chief Collection on my Xbox. I'm still doing really well. I think I just got to June gameplay from last year in Black Ops 3, because I literally have like 120 to 130 matches per month, you know, and I do like 12 matches per week to upload, so I get like 48 matches a month on average. So it takes almost like 2 months for me to get through a month of gameplay that I've played, and it's not because I've even obsessively played it. I literally would only do the daily each day, but you know, those 3 or 4 games per day, which take me 30 minutes. Sometimes I only have one match, because the daily's like a super easy thing. 5 minutes, I'm done. It just accumulates, you know. But I've gotten really good at that game, and so that's definitely a lot of gameplay. By the time Black Ops 4 comes out, I will probably still be uploading quite a bit of Black Ops 3 gameplay, even if I do stop playing it here within a month or so. This kind of is something that happened when I had Call of Duty Ghosts, which I still play that, but nowhere near as much. I enjoyed the bot mode a lot, and I had like months and months of gameplay. This happened with Modern Warfare 3, I remember. Halo, when Halo Reach came out, I had like months and months of gameplay. So I mean, it happens with certain games I really just play for a very long time, and then the gameplay gets so stacked that even if I take a week or two break, like it does nothing to dent it. But yeah, I've got a lot of that. But if you don't enjoy Call of Duty, I know there's a lot of Halo people on the channel, even though my channel has never been purely Halo. I am a Halo player, and hopefully you've been enjoying the mix. I had some Halo Reach and Halo 5 Master Chief. And that was one of the things I actually did want to talk about before I get to Master Chief, actually. Halo in general. Some people have been saying, you're not uploading as much Halo gameplay, or why aren't you uploading Halo gameplay, or I want more. But I literally have not deviated since I've been uploading Halo gameplay. I've been uploading the same quota per week. You know, I do at least 6 matches of Master Chief. I've even been uploading more Halo 5 recently, but, you know, I might do that every other week, but I think it's been every week now, too. So, I mean, I've been doing at least 12 matches of Halo gameplay. I think last week I even uploaded some Halo Reach, which I don't play that often, but I had that, too. And so, I mean, I've not been uploading any less. I think it's just because other games, like Battlefield or Call of Duty, have more sequels now. It feels like I'm uploading less Halo, but I'm doing the same amount. There's just a crap ton of games now, multiplayer especially, where I can't even fit in the games that I want to upload even within a month or even like 2 week span. Like, you know, I'll have like Titanfall 2 gameplay sitting for like 2 weeks because I'm like already queued up with other games too. Because, you know, I've got the Halos and the Black Ops 3s that I gotta upload. And then I have like, oh, I want to do this one multiplayer game I haven't played in a while, you know. That might be like Doom or something, for example. It's like, I gotta fit that in. Oh man, I've been trying to upload some Battlefield 1, you know, and I've already filled up this week or something. Battlefield 4 gameplay, speaking of which, is actually coming, so if you're looking for that, I actually have a batch coming up. But yeah, it's good. It's a good problem, I suppose. A good variety of multiplayer games, and these aren't ones I'm forcing myself to play. These are just multiplayer games I play from time to time, and others I play more. But yeah, basically, the Halo gameplay has always been the same amount, and it may ramp up more, because the next thing I want to talk about is Master Chief Collection. For those of you who have been paying attention, 343 has been doing announcements publicly about, you know, the flighting program that's coming up real soon. So if you are looking forward to when's the next update for Master Chief Collection, it sounds like it's coming very soon. They've got without releasing anything, you know, they said they've done a lot of good updates already. The new SDK that they put it on, it's made the game just run smoother. There's been less join in progress issues and party issues, you know. So that's something I'm very excited. I was going to do a separate video on it, but I decided I'm just going to put it in here because it's not a ton to say. But my plan is, with the amount of Halo Master Chief gameplay I have in the backlog, is, you know, when the update becomes public, the new fixes, then, you know, I will have hopefully flooded out all the old stuff, so then I can start uploading the new things. I don't think it'll make stuff look too different, but I am very excited because, you know, the playlist will be refreshed. A lot of the bugs that have been plaguing the game are finally going to be fixed, or they've even said, you know, this is already running smoother. I think they're going to do match to match, so when a game ends, you won't just be kicked out to the menu again. So it'll be like Halo 3 where you can stay, or Reach, I think, where you can like stay in the post-game lobby, and then it'll just fill up any spots of people who left. And, you know, things like small stuff, like I'm looking forward to seeing maps like a Sandbox finally get added to the playlist, because that was missing and has been missing in playlists, even though they fixed the lighting issue. For those that were aware, there was a lighting issue with the map, and then it got fixed, but they never added it. Small things like that. Lots of other UI updates, it sounds like. But it's exciting because, you know, I've been playing Master Chief Collection the same amount, but I think with these fixes, it will not only bring the population up higher, but I may even play it more because, you know, search times will be faster. There'll be more stuff. They even said, don't get your hopes up. You know, they made a thread a while ago about, you know, if there's one thing you could add to the game, what would it be? And everybody added all sorts of wish list stuff. And for me, I did two. The first thing was I would like a Halo 3 progression system where you earn XP and maybe even have the Halo 3 ranks. Because, I mean, the Halo 2 Elo is okay, but it's just numbers, really. I guess until you get 50, you get the Halo ring, and then the moon stuff higher up in the 40s. But I personally like the Halo 3 ranking, where it was, you know, the Master Sergeant, and Lieutenant Captain, Commander, Colonel, General, Brigadier General, 5-star General. Those emblems were really cool, and I would love that. That would make me play ranked if they had more dedicated ranked stuff. But yeah, Master Chief Collection is still going on. It's been quiet, but it sounds like in the next month or two, it may actually be public for everybody. And I think that's going to make the game, give it a revival, and that's really exciting. Definitely looking forward to that. When more details come, or I don't know if I'm even going to participate in the flight thing, because I think you have to be part of the preview program, and I don't know if I want to have that, because I might have... I don't know if you can just opt in for the game, or you have to do the other stuff too, because that means I would have to have preview updates on the Xbox, and I don't know, that might screw things up at times. I don't want to deal with it, but you know, when the important info comes, or when I actually get the build, I'll make another dedicated video for it, because I know people like that, about all the changes that are in it, you know, things that have been improved, because it sounds like there's gonna be a lot of good stuff. And even when people say like Halo Master Chief Collection is dead, it definitely is not. There's every time I do play it, even with friends or by myself, I find matches pretty fast, whether it's big team or the Team Slayer, or even the Halo 4 playlist, which is at the bottom of the list in the game. I don't really spend that much time searching for matches. Like, it finds people pretty well. So I've never had problems with it. But yeah. Anyways, that's the Master Chief Collection stuff for it. When more updates come and an actual update, physical update arrives, then I will make another video. But yeah, for those that aren't aware, Master Chief Collection is still being improved upon, and I'm very excited when it finally arrives, because it'll be the game I think everybody expected when it first arrived or came out. But yeah, that's basically all for Master Chief Collection. So up next, I actually wanted to talk about the channel itself. I won't say the channel's really changing at all. It's still going to be mostly, for the most part, multiplayer focused, but I've actually decided to... I don't think most people even know this, but I have a single player channel. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and it's just always felt way off, and I haven't updated it in a while, because I don't know, it's felt disconnected. And I think I've decided I'm going to terminate that channel, and then I'm going to start uploading single player content on here, because that was originally what the channel was back in 2011 all the way up to like 2014 or 15. The only reason I split it is because I got some dumb copyright one time, because I had, guess what, a Star Wars game with Star Wars music. I know, surprising. I think it was some dumb thing where Sony owned the rights to original trilogy music, and because Battlefront, or I think it was Jedi Outcast had it, it like had some dumb copyright stuff, and it was really annoying. Like, oh man, a Star Wars game with Star Wars music, and I guess because they had the rights, it was annoying. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put this on a single player channel so it doesn't affect anything here. But you know, nowadays, you know, with like Star Wars Battlefront, I don't have the music on for the multiplayer, and that doesn't give me any problems, you know. So it's not really a thing, but I don't know. I originally thought it was going to be a good idea to split the channel up, but it just feels so disconnected, and it feels more like work than fun when I have to do two different channels at once, and then I just kind of stop updating that channel because I just didn't have motivation. And, you know, some people will be asking me, oh, could you play this single player game, or you should do this, and I might have actually played it, but, you know, it was disconnected from here, so no one knew. But with that said, if I do decide to go with it, and you start seeing single player games on here, it's not gonna affect the amount of multiplayer I upload. It'll just be a bonus video basically, so you don't give a crap about me playing Dark Souls or Bloodborne or some other game, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna stop, I'm not gonna upload Halo that day because of it. It'll just be an extra video. And if I don't have time to upload, then I will not be uploading a single player, for example. Then it's not gonna cut away any of the stuff, you know, with the multiplayer content. So it will just be like old times for those that have been around and remember I had single player. I kind of got rid of all the single player stuff, and so, you know, I'll bring some of that back, and including new games. But, you know, that's just something I wanted to do. It's just been kind of annoying how the other channel, and I kind of stopped uploading single player games, but I keep playing single player games. I just didn't really maintain that channel, and so I want to kind of go back to how it was. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think it'll be fine. There won't really be a problem with that or anything. It'll just be going back to normal, I suppose, before I did the split. But I also, because I've been actively creating mods, like my own creation models and stuff for Fallout and Skyrim, like actual weapons, I've always wanted to do a playthrough or playthroughs, and having that on the other channel just didn't feel right. And I wanted to bring it on this channel. I've been wanting to do like a hardcore Skyrim playthrough, because I found a lot of Dark Souls-like mods where I literally will randomly spawn somewhere with no weapons or armor or anything, and the enemies are harder, and some other gameplay tweaks, and, you know, I go as far as I can, then when I die I delete the save or something. So that would be like one fun thing to do. It could be a 5-minute video, or I could have multiple parts, but just stuff like that. And I felt like it would be more fun to put it on this channel, because, you know, there might be people here who enjoy my multiplayer but want to see more of the single player. And the bonus of the single player is I do more commentary when I do those. Not always, but with like the Skyrim thing. So if you want to hear me talk more, that would also be the bonus. But besides that, you know, there won't be any other changes. The only real change is if other multiplayer games come in the future, which I think the most recent I had was Titanfall 2. But I don't know what is coming later this year. I know there's Black Ops 4 and Battlefield 5, I believe. So there'll be 2 guaranteed multiplayer games in the future. I don't know of any other multiplayers, but, you know, E3 is coming around the corner here, and usually that's when my list of multiplayer games will grow. 2017 was pretty low on the list of multiplayer games, so I'm hoping we'll see some other surprises at E3 or even later, you know. But yeah, stuff like that, and it'll just be kind of going through the same rhythm for those that have been subscribed for a while. It's kind of the Halo, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and then kind of random other multiplayer, whether that's like Doom or Gundam or recently Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet. It's mostly like co-op, and there is a PvP, but unfortunately it's kind of laggy and it's not very fleshed out. But there is this new Battle of Bullets, which I guess is like an offline version of like a battle royale. So you go against AI, quote-unquote, players, which is something I prefer instead of online, because that means I can play it anytime I want and all that. But I'm actually enjoying the Sword Art Online. The only reason I don't have more gameplay is it's actually very hard to find online matches. But that's one of the other things. I could upload some of the single player. But when this Battle of Bullets gameplay or mode comes out in the first DLC, I'm probably going to get it, and I can actually have some gameplay, because I enjoy it. I'm a sucker for games with character customization. I've actually never even seen Sword Art before I got the game. It was an anime, apparently. But I liked the character customization, and it actually lived up to what they advertised. There's a lot of... It's like a Division and Destiny game put together, but the reason why I bought it is because it's like an MMO, but it's not actually. It's a single-player game in an MMO world, basically. So it's actually a full offline single-player experience. So that's why I'm getting my money's worth. I don't have to worry about any, you know, online crap. I can just play the single-player world offline, and it's fun to do. And because the character creation is a lot of fun. They've got a lot of outfits and styles you can make the character, but when this new Battle of Bullets come out. But I wanted to segue with that because there's been a lot of talk of these Battle Royale games like PUBG and Fortnite. I'm not really into online Battle Royale games, and that's why I don't have them on the channel. I know some people have been asking me to play Fortnite or PUBG, but I'm kind of like, I don't really want to spend my time on those type of games. Not saying I ever will, but you know, it's kind of like Destiny and The Division. Those are multiplayer games in a sense, and I don't upload those on the channel because they're just not my type of game. I'm not really into massive online multiplayer type games or online only grinding games, kind of like the Destiny and Division are. And maybe if Fortnite or PUBG had like an offline mode, then I'd probably play them. But you know, I'm not, and it's not like I'm saying like I'm bad at those games. I can be proficient, but I just, you know, I'm not really wanting to spend my time or money into games that are could be, or sometimes are, temporary when they're especially online only. And I think PUBG costs money. I think Fortnite's free, so who knows? Maybe I'll give it a chance, but I'm not really into the fads that people get into. You know, it was all the hype and rage about like Overwatch, and I think I uploaded a little on this game on my channel because friends had it, but I don't really play the game anymore. It's just not my style of game. So, you know, I don't really want to be pressured into games I have no motivation to play. I am quite happy playing Halo Master Chief Collection and destroying on Black Ops 3 very much, so I see no reason to want to play another game I don't really feel like playing. And you know, it's kind of like fighting games. I don't really play fighting games either because that's just not my style. I'm admittedly bad at those though. Unlike Fortnite or PUBG, I could probably be decent because they're shooters, but I don't really play fighting games outside of frickin' Smash Bros, because I'm actually okay at Smash, but because it's just not my thing. But yeah, that's basically why you don't see certain multiplayer games. I'm not trying to play every multiplayer game on this channel, just the ones I enjoy, which is mostly shooters, first person, minus Battlefront 2 recently. I guess Gears as well, those are third person, so it's nice to have that variety that I enjoy. But that is that. And now, because this commentary, as expected, was already going on long enough, there is one final thing I want to talk about, which I'm sure some people will have guessed because I think some of you have talked to me in the comments section asking me if I've heard about it or not, or what I thought about. And I'll get onto that right now. So, last but not least, I wanted to touch, I guess, I don't know how briefly it'll be, I wanted to talk about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I was debating, this is one of the main reasons I was debating doing this commentary at the end of the week, but I decided, what the heck, I'll do it tonight. A lot of people have been asking if I've heard the rumors and everything, and yes, I have definitely heard the rumors about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I don't honestly remember where. Maybe it was a YouTuber I was following, or it was on Reddit itself, but somebody showed that Amazon had some listing about it, and that got me hyped because Modern Warfare 2 is without a doubt one of my favorite, I think if not my favorite Call of Duty. And I said to one commenter a while ago, Modern Warfare 2 is the equivalent of how Halo 3 is to me in Halo. You know, Halo 3 is my favorite Halo game, and that game alone is like, you know, the one I've spent the most time in, enjoyed the most, still enjoy. I'm not saying it's the best because everyone has their own opinions, but for me, it is the ultimate best Halo, and I don't know if it'll be able to be topped for me personally in terms of the way it played, the maps it offered, the sandbox, you know, everything. And that is the same way with Modern Warfare 2. It was without a doubt the most fun. Like, I had fun with Call of Duty 4 back in 2007 when it came out, but I was still playing Halo 3 a crap ton. But Modern Warfare 2 did get me off having my Halo 3 disc in the tray for weeks on end every now and then. So I played my fair share where I actually got to level 70. I never prestiged on purpose because, you know, the only game I've actually recently prestiged was Black Ops 3 because I play it so much, but I didn't prestige a lot or at all in Modern Warfare 2 because I just wanted to have all the weapons unlocked at all times, so I stayed at level 70, but I still played Modern Warfare 2 a crap ton. So I've definitely been aware of all the rumors, and everyone's been hyping it up every day. Oh, the trailer's come today, the trailer's come today. Today was another day that everyone speculated that it would, but it turns out it's just a World War II DLC teaser. Wasn't even a trailer, just an announcement. But tomorrow is when apparently Activision is having their next stream, and people are speculating that Modern Warfare 2 will either get a trailer in the morning or during the stream. And that's why I was gonna wait until the weekend to do this, but I'm like, yeah, I guess it's fun to speculate. But yeah, I am hoping it's real, and I'm also hoping that the rumors of it being single player only is not real. There's tons and tons of YouTube videos already going over every single thing. I'm sure some of you have watched them. I know I have, just because it's fun to see everybody's side. This is like a massive community war, not in a bad sense. Everyone's debating like, no, it's only going to be single player because so-and-so, and here's the reasons. Or other people like, it has to be multiplayer, guys. There's no way they'd not have multiplayer. Oh, no, guys, it won't have multiplayer at the beginning, but it will eventually. Or, oh, it's just going to be an add-on for Modern Warfare Remastered. Or the reason why they're not doing multiplayer is because Call of Duty doesn't want to get rid of sales for World War II DLCs later. It's crazy. Everybody has all these crazy theories and stuff, and some seem more concrete than others. And I figured I'd jump in and say what the heck, and here's what I think, basically. And so last Friday, Activision had a stream, which apparently is really rare. They haven't had one on their channel for a long time, so it seems suspicious. And I think he was a manager or editorial manager. He was someone who worked at Activision, and he said announcements were coming before the end of March, and we got one today, which I guess it's yesterday for some of you by the time I upload this. We got the World War II thing, but he seemed to hint during his entire stream about, everybody will know when this announcement comes and you won't be able to miss it and stuff. And the DLC is definitely not something that's big, so I'm thinking that if it's gonna come, tomorrow is the day that we'll actually get some Modern Warfare 2 announcement. Whether it'll be confirmation that there'll be multiplayer, who knows? I really don't even know if the April 30th date, because that's a placeholder on Amazon, is true, because those can always be false. The only thing that sounds kind of weird is that it said 2018 and there was one. I've always been under the impression we'd have to wait till 2019, because that would be the 10-year anniversary of Modern Warfare 2 that we would get anything. So I can't get too disappointed if this all just somehow randomly got hyped up by fans, and that leak actually was just somehow an accidental early listing, like really, really early listing for somehow, which, that doesn't make sense, because you'd think they'd put the listing up next year if it's coming out next year. But I don't know if the date, April 30th, is actually, it could be like a May or even June release date, and that's just placeholder. I don't even know if the price is true, because apparently when Modern Warfare Remaster was made a standalone last year, it originally had a $20 price tag, and then it went to $40 when it actually came out. So I don't think people are getting into Amazon listings way too much of what it could be or not, but I am staying hopeful that it will actually have multiplayer, because the guy on the Activision stream said you won't be disappointed. And I think anybody at Activision has to be smart enough to know people would be disappointed if the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest Call of Duty, the one that, I don't think it sold the most, because Modern Warfare 3 had even higher hype, because, it built off of Modern Warfare 2, but, the one that really put Call of Duty on the stage, the game that should have multiplayer doesn't have multiplayer. That would just be insane. Like, how could they think rationally it would be okay? And especially because it's like, oh, it'll take sales away from World War II. It's like, then who cares? I think World War II is doing fine, but Modern Warfare 2 will make them so much money. I don't even care about the supply drop crap. In Modern Warfare 2, I never bought any supply drops. I literally just used the in-game scrap and got some weapons. That's fine. It's whatever. But, I mean, obviously I'd not have any of that, but if I'm going to get the multiplayer, then so be it, because I'm still loving playing Modern Warfare Remastered, both online and having full offline. Bot support has been a dream come true. It's just great to go into any map, any game mode, do 9v9, just do crazy crap. In Modern Warfare 2, that has been what I've been waiting for years. You guys have seen me upload some Modern Warfare 2 PC with the bots. Unfortunately, that's a mod, and it's kind of janky and laggy. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. But I've been playing that for a couple years, this mod that someone made. But the dream was always that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered would come out and it would have bot support. And my game collection, I've said this in previous commentaries, my game collection would finally be complete. And I'm hoping that it could be a real thing. And all we have to do is get the multiplayer. But, you know, it could go either way, I guess, if we're going to get it or not. I'm really hoping we do, though, because if it doesn't ever have multiplayer and all they do is decide to ship the campaign, that would be one of the most disappointing and biggest mistakes I think a game company could ever have made. I don't even think it would hurt them financially, maybe, but just on the standpoint of a fan standpoint, that would just be so disappointing. Especially because Modern Warfare Remaster set the stage for here's a full campaign and here's the multiplayer. And some people have got it confused. Oh, no, wait, it didn't actually ship with multiplayer first. No, it did have the multiplayer. They just gave people early access to the campaign a month early. But the multiplayer was there and done, and they added all the other maps in later. But the game shipped with like 10 maps, I think, and it had offline bot support. So it was all there as far as I was concerned, because they said they were going to add the rest later, and they did. Even the DLC, which was really cool. But it set up the stage right when Modern Warfare Remastered shipped with Infinite Warfare. I was under the impression in 2016 winter, okay, Raven Software is now putting most of their resources into taking the code and the assets from Modern Warfare Remaster and reshaping it to make Modern Warfare 2. So they spent the last year plus working on Modern Warfare 2. That would have made the most logical sense. I think they did a masterful job with Modern Warfare Remastered. I know there's purists out there like, no, this is still wrong and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, sure, it's not a pure replica of the original, but oh well, it's better than nothing in my opinion. And that's all I want with Modern Warfare 2. I feel it will be close enough. But it's like, what else has Raven Software been doing these last 2 years, you know? And from what I heard, it only took them 6 months to remaster Modern Warfare 2. Beanox, I think, is the company that did the campaign portion. But Raven Software, I think, spent like 6 to 8 months or something on the multiplayer. And even after the game shipped, they got the other, I don't know, 8 or 7 maps, that's including the DLC, done within the next few months. So if they had a year and a half, they should easily have gotten like the 12 or 16 that shipped with Modern Warfare 2, especially because they're not even starting from the ground up. Like I said, they've got the code and some of the same assets, you know, crates and buildings and stuff that were in Modern Warfare were used in Modern Warfare 2. And they just build more assets off of that. So it's like, come on, guys. Activision, please, for the love of all that's good in this world in the gaming industry, I really hope they've included multiplayer. And everybody freaking out about these Charlie Intel leaks, it's just been misdirection and you know, wrong leaks. And I know the guy apparently is usually correct, but I don't know. I think it could be a huge troll, or he may have been given false info on purpose, but I just really, really want Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remastered, especially with the bot support, because that means I can play it for life. And the only reason Modern Warfare 2, I think, on PC and Xbox is now playable is because everyone's hyped up and they're going back to it. But once the hype dies down, the game's going to be full of hackers again and stuff like that. So I really want remastered Modern Warfare 2. That is one of the last games in my library. I think the only other thing that would be unfathomable, unfortunately, is if I had bot support for the classic Halo games. That would be awesome. I mean, you guys have seen me upload Halo gameplay. I'm no slouch for multiplayer. I can destroy when I need to and do just fine. But, you know, I love my bot support. I love doing the rare game modes that nobody wants to play online. I like playing the maps that are harder to get, and bots provide that. And that's what I enjoy about them, and getting Modern Warfare 2 remastered with bots would be awesome. And I would play a crap ton of the multiplayer online too, obviously, just like I do with remastered Modern Warfare. But tomorrow could be the day the live stream finally reveals it, or nothing will happen, and it might come Friday, or the whole thing was just hyped up by everybody else, and if that's the case, then maybe 2019 is the next bet. But now that I've kind of got it all set up again, I think I will start doing more PC Modern Warfare 2 bot matches just from time to time for fun, because it is fun just to shoot crap and enjoy that sandbox that game was. But the moment we get Modern Warfare 2 remastered in my hands, then that will be a huge thing on this channel for sure, and I can't wait. But I think I've said all I can. I don't know if I'm going to do another commentary later this week. If it gets revealed that it is, maybe I'll have something worthwhile saying, or even if it doesn't. But for now, I don't expect another commentary on it, but I know other people are excited about it. I've been playing Call of Duty, not nearly as much as Halo, or as early. I got a copy of Call of Duty 2 and 3 in 2007, 2 weeks before Halo 3 came out, and that's the only reason I got those, is because I was getting my console for Halo 3. But that is when I did start playing Call of Duty. So I mean, I've been playing Call of Duty for 11 years now, and I think most people, I wouldn't say most, that Call of Duty 2 and 3 was really when it got bigger, but Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 is really when the population went up, and I was there for that game's release, and I was there midnight release for Modern Warfare 2, so I know what it's like, and I'm excited to go back. I went through all the glitches and the issues that game had, and in a way the game still has issues to this day because of the whole lawsuit between Activision and Infinity Ward. They never actually got to patch the game to its original intent. I think there was a DLC 3 that was planned, so the game, as broken as it had been, still was so well done and addicting. That's what made it so great, because everything in the game is OP. And yes, some things were broke where they were more OP, like one-man army noob tubing, and I would not be opposed to that actually being fixed in the remaster. I don't give a crap about the game being 100% pure. I know some people want it, but I don't care. Just get rid of the annoying noob tubers and they can deal with it. There's plenty of other ways to be overpowered in the game. But it didn't matter how good or bad you were at the game. Everybody felt like a winner because everything was so overpowered, and it wasn't this, how gaming is today where everything's hold your hand and everybody's a winner, that style. It's still, you gotta shoot people and stuff, but you could pick up any gun and do crazy crap, and it was a good time with friends too. There's a lot of friends on there I played that I have not seen or play with anymore on that game, so it had its own community. But yeah, I went through thick and thin in that game and its life cycle, and it would be very cool to have that in my library again. And the only reason I don't play it, like I said now, is because it's just very hard to find reliable games on the Xbox 360, because it's full of hackers, the same with like Call of Duty 4 was. And they haven't made those games backward compatible. The Modern Warfare series is not backwards compatible, and I've said this in previous commentaries, and I'm like, the reason why is because they probably remastering, and sure enough, Modern Warfare Remastered comes out in 2016, and there we go. And then there's also one other thing I wanted to say, is if they don't have multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2, then it's like they didn't even bother to make it backwards compatible, so what's the point of holding that game off for backwards compatibility? So, and it still keeps PlayStation and PC users out, unfortunately. So I feel a remaster is very valid because PlayStation and PC users can enjoy those games again. And even when the population dies one day, which I don't think it will as much because there's a lot more people playing games these days, you have the bot support to enjoy, which the original did not have, so it's a new feature. And I know some people don't care about that, but there are surprisingly a lot of people that don't mind doing bots if the online can't be played. But that's really all I have to say. This commentary is massive. If you've actually made it all the way through it, congratulations. I don't know when my next channel update commentary will be, and I don't know when I will do a commentary or when I will update the channel or I start having more single player content. I haven't decided when I'm going to shut off my old channel. But, you know, some of the things on my single player channel I may re-upload here. Some of it I may not. It depends if I feel it's worthwhile or not. But that's really all I have to say about that. There is one commentary I would like to do in the future if I feel like I have time to do it. I want to talk about multiplayer games I don't upload to the channel anymore. Or I should say multiplayer games I wish I could keep uploading the channel, and then explain why I don't. And the main reason is why they're dead or their servers got shut down. But that actually would be a fun video. I think there's at least 3 off the top of my head I'd talk about. Actually, a couple more, but 3 I know for sure. And at the end, I'd say which one, if I only could choose one of them, which one I'd like to bring back. And that's kind of the sad reality of multiplayer games, is some of them only last as long as the population, and others, the company decides to shut the server down. And that's why I'm such a huge advocate for bots. I could be still uploading gameplay for you guys, at least if they had bots. I know some people don't care, but some people just want to see the game again. And that's one way I can provide it, is I can have full, crazy, massive explosions going on everywhere, because bots can provide that atmosphere and can give you a pretty good representation of what the game would be like even today if the multiplayer was alive. And that's what I love about bots. And that's why you guys see me upload like Gears of War 3 or Gears Judgment or some other games, you know, back then. Even older Call of Duties, which are harder to find matches in because they had bot support. Speaking of which, it's actually, I think Judgment is completely dead online. Like, I actually, for fun, tried to go on and see if there's anyone playing. There's like 12 people, at least the time I tried searching. But that shows that, you know, they're like, why are you doing bots? Like, well, the game's dead online, so you can either get the gameplay or not. But I wanted to play the game, and bots are good enough for me because I can shoot crap, and that's all I care about. Having a good time. And you know, one day Battlefront 2, for example, might die online when the next one comes out. But Battlefront 2 is actually getting some good offline content, and they're not done with it. I've been impressed. Arcade has been fleshed out. The Team Deathmatch mode, apparently, I guess it's called. But if they add offline Starfighter Assault and like a Galactic Conquest mode, then that's going to be awesome. But yeah, if I can, I'll try and get around to the commentary for that video. I think it'll be fun, because what I'll do is I have all my old archive gameplay, multiplayer gameplay. So you guys, if you haven't gone back on my channel and looked at the old playlists, I'll revitalize some of that gameplay one last time. But it should be fun. If I feel like it, I'll try and get it to this weekend or some other time. But that's a video I've really been wanting to do, and their gameplay, their matches games I've been thinking about, wishing I could keep playing. But anyways, this has been very long. It's a lot of content. Hopefully some of you guys got some good use out of it. If not, don't worry. I don't really do these commentaries very often, as you can see. And the gameplay will keep rolling on. So until next time, I'll see you all around. Later.